Now, do you remember this? Because I have a suggestion to make. Do you remember this? We got this article telling us the Egyptian government says Cleopatra had white skin in response to Netflix documentary casting controversy. So the government got involved. And then this happened. In April of 2023, as confirmed by our robotic overlords, private Egyptian lawyers and legal teams took legal action against Netflix over the release of the docuseries Queen Cleopatra, although the Egyptian national government itself did not file the lawsuit. Fine. So Egypt, let's not say the Egyptian government then, if AI is to be trusted, meaning not, but yeah, it did happen. It did absolutely happen that Egypt filed a lawsuit against Netflix for the misrepresentation of their history, culture, everything really. And they were based. That was great. I support that 1000%. Because money, it's money. You know, it's money that makes people talk in these scenarios. It's money, unfortunately, that causes companies to be like, maybe we shouldn't do that anymore. You can, of course, become non-binary, spelling it with B-U-Y. You can become non-binary and just don't give them money. So I love that. So my suggestion is, this is my suggestion to this gorgeous country that is Greece. I love Greece. I love my Greek brothers and sisters. You guys rock. You always have, by the way, in history. I don't think there is a single moment in the history of this great, epic, glorious, and legendary country of people where the Greeks haven't been awesome. Probably even in the freaking Paleolithic. They were like, I don't know, the way I make my flint, it's just special. It is what it is, guys. Greece is based. So Greece should sue Nolan. Greece, when the thing comes out, that's what I want to see, guys. Can a man dream? I'm wearing blue in honor of Greece. Just so we're clear, not in honor of the Democratic Party. I'm wearing blue in honor of Greece. Santorini, Athene, Athens, Athena, Ithaca, whatever. All of it. So, you know, when the movies dropped, which unfortunately I'll have to watch, unfortunately, because I got to make my, discussion and whatnot. I got to make my videos. I have to do it. Unfortunately, it's just part of the job, the things I do for you. But when Odyssey drops, I need Greece and all the lawyers in Greece, all of them. I need them to create a wall of men like Sparta. And I need them to sue them. I needed to sue them because why? Because, where is it? Because this is ridiculous. What is this? What on earth is this? Like, seriously, Nolan. Nolan is a traitor to the West. That's what Nolan is. And we're going to talk about this now. So, this is my suggestion to Greece. I hope they take it. Shout out to every Greek who's watching. And how about we talk about the next drama when it comes to the Odyssey? How about that? And that usually works quite well, but sometimes they've got, I truly believe, this could be a conspiracy theory, I don't care. I truly believe that a lot of these like studios, whether it be like video game studios that are doing all this stuff and then their games bomb, but then they do it again and you're like, wait, but there is clearly financial loss. So why do they keep doing it? And in my opinion, it's because they are covered. They know they're going to lose everything in terms of like profits and monetary gain, but there is someone behind them that gives them funding. So the funding is covering the costs and perhaps making even a profit. So then even if the game bombs, which it does because you guys are based, then they are covered. Who that is, I don't know, but there is something political behind it 100%. Now, that's one thing, but if lawsuits start flying, that's different because then that's not going to be enough. Like even if you have a budget to cover potential losses due to complete failure during launch of any product. But if you also have to deal with, If you appreciate my content so far and wish to help ensure my ability to continue to tell it how it is, regardless of any possible backlash, please support this channel on Patreon. Any support helps me and my team of academics keep the channel strong and gives us the means to fight back against the political rewriting of history. Stand with us. Let's move on to my next rant when it comes to the Odyssey, because I've got a lot to say, Nolan. Let's talk about the casting, actually. I do have to say a couple of things about the casting that I forgot to talk about. So, The Odyssey, the casting. We've got, not my favorite either, by the way, because I wanted the Greeks. Why is the Punisher Menelaus and not a red-haired guy? Why? Where is Elliot Page? Oh, they're too afraid to write Achilles. Because maybe it's not. But still, if this is gonna be Achilles, we're gonna flip at the table. Don't say. Agamemnon, sorry bro for that armor, I'm so sorry. I would feel so... It is a ridiculous casting. Where is the rest, by the way? Show more. Okay. Alright, so this is the DI section, of course. Lupita Nyong'o, this ain't Ellen of Troy. Travis Scott, guys, as we just talked about, this is rap is a representation of ancient Greek poetry, spoken poetry. Where is Athena? Where is she? And by the way, if they really wanted to cast a black person, which nothing wrong with it, but why couldn't you cast Memnon at this point? No, because the reason why they do the swapping is to delete white people. So they can't do it. That's what it is. That is what it is. Zendaya, there she is. This is not Athena. I don't even care. This is not Athena. This isn't Athena. You could cry all you want. This isn't Athena. Nolan. I need to show you something, guys. So many. This is the painting of the representation, which is Homer appropriate. But even she was great. She was great. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, bro, what are we even doing here? And the reason why, with Hollywood, things have gone to complete utter shit, there are two reasons. Reason number one, Satan. Reason number two, DEI. And at this point, I'm just going to say it. DEI is evil. It is an evil concept to focus on the race rather than the skill and the merit. Now, what's insane about this is that I'm not the only one to suggest this idea. Check this out. Lily Marin, Greece should sue and get at least their money back if Egypt would have been able to successfully sue Netflix for Black Cleopatra and Tunisia for Denzel Washington playing Hannibal in whiteface. We may not be in this position again. Yes, Washington wore whiteface makeup. I don't know what they're talking about. The production of Christopher Nolan's received permission for 15 days of filming in Greece with a budget of 16 million euros belonging to the Greeks. The Greek state gave them 6 million as a subsidy from the money of Greek taxpayers who were never informed about the cost of the film or the distortion of the most important work in our history. This is insane. The issue here is not that they received money. We Greeks would gladly have given all 16 million for Nolan to shoot a faithful Odyssey, but it should have been a film that properly represents us Greeks, Hellenism, and stays true to the values and writings of Homer. Absolutely, yes. Not so we Greeks could pay for a Black Helen and Clytemnestra, a Batman like Agamemnon, a trans Achilles or Elpenor, a woman's playing a male role, a Black Athena, and a script based on the worst possible translation that exists. In short, Nolan disrespected all Greeks, while the Greek people are now officially in the crosshairs of racism and the falsification of their history and culture. Woke Hollywood must die. And you know what? They're absolutely right. They're absolutely right. This is distasteful and disgraceful. From Greece High Definition on Facebook, with public finances stretched to the limit and ordinary Greeks barely surviving, our government has found the perfect use for taxpayer money, handing Christopher Nolan 6 million to creatively butcher and rewrite Homer's Odyssey. This isn't about honoring our national epic, it's about letting Hollywood improve it, modernize it, and turn, of course, improving quotes, modernize it and turn our sacred myths into generic blockbuster fodder. Meanwhile, Athens proudly pats itself on the back for picking up the tab to culturally colonize its own heritage. Do you guys remember this one from 2025? From Variety saying, after wrapping a 3-week shoot in Greece earlier this year, Matt Damon, Tom Holland, Zendaya, and the rest, alright, of the star-studded cast of Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey shipped out for Sicily. No, absolutely no. Get away from my island. Get away from my island. The next stop for Universal's globe-trotting blockbuster adaptation of Homer's ancient epic, which was, as we know now, nothing. I had nothing to do whatsoever with the ancient Homer's epic. Anxious Greek film industry professionals hope other international productions aren't also redying to set sail. Could you believe this? Had they known? 1 year after the Greek government announced an overhaul of its screen sector with the launch of a new industry organization, Creative Greece, sources say the system is still in disarray, with a backlog of payments owed to dozens of productions totaling north of 100 million, 112 million. So why don't you just give more money to Nolan to destroy everything? Nolan, it's your fault. Everything is Nolan's fault. This is the reality of all of this. What Christopher Nolan has to get right about the Odyssey. Yeah, nothing. Nothing. You're pinning for a daddy you didn't even know. My dad is coming home. Of all the lines in the new trailer for Christopher Nolan's film adaptation of Homer's Odyssey, these two generated the fiercest criticism. I mean, yeah. What the heck is this? Other aspects looked more promising. Actually, no. The brief glimpses of the movie's visuals showed that it had all of the brooding grandeur of the past Nolan's favorites like Interstellar and The Dark Knight Rises, including Batman. This in itself is welcome change from the last major Odyssey movie. No, it's not. No, it's not. It absolutely not. I have to pay for free people. Free the people of Greece is what I say. Free the people of Greece from this nonsense. I'm done with the Odyssey, guys. But that's it. I've had enough with the Odyssey. I'm gonna close everything. I don't want to hear it again, which I will, of course, because something else is gonna happen, and we're gonna keep posting videos about it. And it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. But for the next one, with a beautiful backdrop of Greece, the reality is, and I'm gonna be the only one to say this, but Greece deserved better. The contribution of this country and this people to the world is enormous. Greece gave the world some of the most influential philosophical traditions in history. Socrates, Plato, Aristotle shaped Western ideas and ethics, politics, logics, metaphysics, education, rhetoric, biology, and science, including the Middle Ages, Renaissance scholarship, and modern scientific classification. Plato shaped political philosophy and metaphysics for more than 2,000 years. Look at Herodotus, father of history, who helped create history as a literacy and analytical discipline, preserving traditions, ethnography, and stories about all sorts of wars and historically valuable events. Drama, theatre, literature, Greek tragedy, and comedy are foundational to the world. Expression of art, thought, and mind. Satire, dramatic structure. Greece has given us sculpture, proportion, realism, idealized anatomy, architectural orders. It became central to later Roman Renaissance, neoclassical, and modern public architecture. Courthouses, museums, banks, universities, government buildings around the world still borrow Greek visual language. Greek has contributed massively to the vocabulary of science, medicine, philosophy, theology, politics, and academia. And we owe them for words such as philosophy, democracy, biology, psychology, theology, history, politics, rhetoric, grammar, logic, physics, astronomy, and archaeology. All of these, among many, many thousand others, are all Greek in origin. The way we speak, the way we think, the athletic ideas through the Olympics. All of this was born within the Hellenistic world. Greece gave the world an extraordinary inheritance, which is why Nolan, the Hellenes, and Hellas deserve better. Shame on you. Let me read a couple of super chats. Thank you for your support. Mad, cool bro, I teach English here, lovely. You're too old, no offense, to have been my student, yeah. But that would have been a funny coincidence. Please come back, start teaching history. They need you, fratello. I appreciate, but no. Next month, actually, I'm getting American citizenship. It's next month, guys. I've got the test. I've been studying for it, in fact. And next month, I have the interview. DEI is discrimination, you're right. Next month, I have the interview for my American citizenship test. And then, yeah, I'm an American citizen. Max says, as a Korean, I'm trying to see if there was ever a moment when we'd effed up so badly when making a Korean historical dramas or films, and no, can't. Brother, I hope it doesn't happen. I mean, I think you're a little more resistant in Asia than the West when it comes to this nonsense and the self-loathing, because as far as I know, I mean, Chinese are proud of their dynastic lineage and history and that stuff. Koreans are proud people in a good sense. The Japanese love their own culture and history, and the Genji Monogatari and the Taketori Monogatari and all of that stuff. But the West, no. And in the West, we're told that we need to be like, oh, sorry, apologetic about everything. No. You say Chinese fake somewhat. No, some of that. No, you know what happened is that initially when the CCP got into power, they rejected everything ancient. And then they noticed, though, that it was actually advantageous to try and utilize. So now, if you look at the budgets, the kind of sort of like dynastic and historical stuff that they promote, then they do it because they understood that they can use that to make themselves look good, which it absolutely does make China look good when you look at ancient China and imperial China. So, I mean, I guess I'll take it. I'll still prefer a country when you can speak your mind and not get tanks thrown at you. But I guess I'll take it if there is a promotion of ancient values and history. Because, yeah, there is that. Good luck on the test. Thank you so much, my friend. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Okay. So, let me close the tabs that I don't need. I have so many tabs with the Odyssey. It's insane. And we're going to move to the next one.